Hi again. Here we are in a different place because we cannot be all together at the same place in the same time. But even though we cannot all be together at the same place in the same time, God's love still connects us and we are still all part of the same body. So let's light a candle. There we go. That candle is the Christ candle we use in our house with our Advent wreath. And let's change our calendar. It's getting really close to that special Easter time. Our story is getting longer and longer. Let's take a look. There's Jesus as a baby. And then he grew and became a boy. Here he is, grown into a man, being baptized by John. There's Jesus in the desert. And here he is, doing his work, coming close to people and changing them. Jesus went to Jerusalem for the last time. It was the time of the Passover, and the city was full of people from many different lands. The people thought he was coming to be king, but they weren't paying attention. He wasn't riding on a great white horse. He wasn't being carried by soldiers. He was riding on a donkey, and the donkey wasn't even his. He borrowed it. Still, that Sunday when Jesus came into Jerusalem, people waved palm branches, which were a sign of kings. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Jesus went into the temple to teach. One day when he was there, he said, "Do you see that old woman over there? She's going to put something in the money box. Listen." Did you hear anything? No. She put the tiniest of all the coins in the box. That was all the money she had. Now, here comes a rich man. He has so much money to put in, he brought friends with him to help him carry it. His money clangs and clatters as they pour it into the box. Jesus asked, "Now I wonder, which one really gave the most?" That was how he taught. On Thursday evening, Jesus and the 12 hurried through the dark streets to a house. They climbed up the stairs to an upper room and shared their Last Supper together. After supper, Jesus took some bread and gave thanks to God for it. Then he broke it and said something like, "Whenever you break the bread like this and share it, I will be there." He also took a cup of wine, gave thanks to God for it, and said, "Whenever you share a cup of wine like this, I will be there." What was he talking about? He was always saying things like that. Suddenly, Judas got up and left. The rest went to the Garden of Gethsemane. Jesus wanted to pray. When he was finished, he joined the rest, but Judas came out of the dark and greeted him. This was a signal for the temple guards to come out of the shadows and take Jesus away with them. The night was a confusing one. The next day, Jesus was taken outside the city and crucified. That afternoon, Jesus died. The sky grew dark. Jesus was taken down from the cross and buried in a cave. A great stone was rolled into the opening of the cave to close it like a door. Saturday was so quiet, you could almost hear the earth breathing. On Sunday, it was the woman who had the courage to go to the tomb just to be close to Jesus. The women wanted to remember him even if it felt sad. When they came to the tomb, they found that the stone had been rolled back and that the tomb was empty. Jesus had died on the cross, but somehow he was still with them as he is with us, especially in the bread and the wine. When we remember that Jesus died on the cross for us, we also remember that he is still with us. That is the mystery of Easter. It includes all the sadness and happiness that could ever be. That is why the mystery is so huge. I wonder what part of this story you like best. I wonder what part of this story is the most important part. I wonder where you are in this whole story. What part of the story is especially about you?